Hi, and welcome back. It's been a couple weeks since I last did a stream or a recording, and that was due to being on a vacation. But I just want to do a quick update before this coming Friday, which will be the 22nd of July. And just do a little update on the stream setup. So at the top right, I have a character icon with the name of the character, and currently I have it on like a 5-second timer. So I wanted to ask a question to the viewers and see if I should swap it to a hotkey so I can have it cycle through as the player's turn. So, like, for example, if it's Axel's turn, I can have it show Axel, and when it's Basil's turn, I can have it show Basil. Or if I should just keep it on the timer. I was able to make it the video what you see. I was able to zoom in quite a bit because we play on Roll20, and on the right side it has like a bunch of options, and then there's a chat window message. And then you would, since it's on Google Chrome, you would see my search bar and everything else. So I was able to zoom in on just the important stuff. The only things I couldn't get rid of would be the up here by the what do you call this? Toolbar. I don't know why you're not seeing my cursor. Oh, that's because I'm not clicked on it. You're not seeing. So you're seeing my cursor now, but the only thing I couldn't get rid of was this, and then over here on the right you can see the zoom in, zoom out bar, but I have that pretty well hidden with the characters. And then you'll also see the names of the players at the bottom here, which I was able to make it as small as possible. Unfortunately I can't make it completely disappear, but it'll work. And then at the bottom right here, right now it's showing you the text box, and the group has it set up to where we can send a output from not Roll20, but DnD Beyond, and that will send the rolls values directly to Roll20. And so it was actually pretty nifty how I got this to work. I'm doing a window capture of Roll20 on Google Chrome, and I wanted to be able to just access my character sheet without needing to put it on a separate monitor, because I like having the stream up on the separate monitor so I can monitor it having issues and if anybody sends a message. So I figured out that I could just have a separate window open. So right now I have Roll20 up, and I can switch over to my character sheet, and the window that you see is still Roll20. It hasn't switched over to the character sheet. I had an issue with that earlier, and I was able to get around it by swapping or moving the character sheet to a separate window instead of a tab. So if I do a roll here, for example, let's do a strength roll. It should pop up on the bottom there. So, whenever a character rolls, it'll pop up there. I might be able to zoom in on it if it's too small, but you'll have to let me know in the comments. I think that's fine for now. But yeah, I'm allowed to go back and forth pretty easily without showing a bunch of useless stuff. So hopefully that improves the video. We didn't end up playing last week Friday. There was a player who had some personal business he had to take care of. And then the Friday before that, I was on a trip, and we did end up playing, but my internet was too weak to stream. So a couple things that happened since the last time you all saw. Let's see, we started off in the captain's chambers, and immediately we were still wrestling with the cat, and Basil almost got himself knocked out again. So we were given some hints by the DM, and it turns out that in the chest next to the bed there was captain's clothes and crew clothes. So once we put the clothes on, the cat kind of ignored us. So that was kind of funny. I mean, if you remember from last time, we were trying to figure out what the cat was doing. Maybe it was protecting something, maybe it was possessed. We couldn't figure it out. Well, it turns out it just wanted us to wear crew clothes. And then we finished inspecting the ship, and the weather was nice, but there was no wind, so we ended up just waiting out a while until I believe it was the next day the wind finally picked up, and we sailed towards Saltmarsh, and we were able to figure out our location. I was the navigator. We were able to get a rough bearing, and we started sailing towards Saltmarsh. And on the way, we were attacked by harpies. They were coming from a volcano that was, I think it was smoking, but it wasn't erupting. And all characters except for Aaron, who is... Let me zoom in on him for you. This character here. We all got stuck in a trance, and I ended up as Axel, being picked up, and then I was dropped. I think it was 20 feet. So that was fun. And then, because I took damage, I woke up and I attacked the harpy that dropped me. And the harpy ended up falling out of the sky, and I caught it in a bag of holding. So that was pretty funny. So now I have a dead harpy in my bag of holding. And the other harpy was killed off by Reef in a aerial battle. After that, we ended up visiting the volcano, and we found some good loot. So we found some coins. We found a pendant of some type of priest, and we found a special item which I won't be revealing until Friday, this coming Friday. And everybody decided to, I don't know about everybody, but the one who decided to give it to me, I think it was Basil, decided to give me the special item, which I thought was really neat. He thought it'd be a good fit for my character and for what I'm doing. So after the volcano, we continued to set sail for Saltmarsh, and we arrived at port, and this is where the port is. We had a battle with some thugs that were on the port, wondering why we came in so late at night, and they were trying to steal loot. Steal and loot the ship. So that was a fun battle, and the night ended with the guards showing up, which are right here. And that's where we ended off. But during the battle against the... what do you call them? The thieves? Not really the thieves, but just the... I don't know, what do you call them? Not bandits. I called them a name earlier and I can't remember the name. But anyway, I'm going to refer to them as bandits. They were climbing up on the ropes, and Aaron and Reef and Basil all decided to get along the edge of the ship here to try to prevent them from climbing on. And I ended up using Fairy Fire. Well, I didn't exactly understand what Fairy Fire did. I assumed it was just used on enemies within a certain area. But no, it affects all entities in the area, including objects. And I ended up casting Fairy Fire in this whole area. And I ended up putting Fairy Fire on not only the enemies, but also everybody else in my group. So That was kind of embarrassing. Fairy Fire, it puts an advantage modifier, and what that does is you roll twice and you take the higher value. So it didn't really work as I wanted it to, but you know, that's where the fun is. Fun and mistakes. So that was the night. So we'll be playing again, like I said, on Friday, and I hope you all enjoy the new setup. Hopefully it's easier to see things. If you want me to change the timer to a hotkey so I can cycle through as it's the player's turns appear, I can do that. And yeah, take care.